Hi, welcome to AFTV. It's now time for player ratings after we've just been defeated by Newcastle here at St James's Park. Robbie, a long way up here and a frustrating result. But let's start with our keeper, who I know what's coming. You can play your bingo card here. He didn't have much to do.
Nothing again. He's having games we've got. I mean, he came and handled the ball well. Had no chance with a goal, and apart from that, Newcastle didn't really do much after that. They just kind of defended after that, did they? So he didn't really have a lot to do. He was all right.
He didn't. Yeah, he's
7.
Some of his passing was actually good as well.
Yeah, he did all right. He's probably one of the only players that's going to come with a little bit of credit from the game, even though he's conceded 1 goal. You know what I mean? 7.
Ty, you kept trying to flag me then?
Yeah, sorry.
Just quickly.
But yeah, I think he had 1 save to make from Isak. That's about it.
Yeah.
That backs up what we're saying. 7, fair. Let's go to our right back. Fans are. I don't know what they think. Sometimes Partey's good at right back. Sometimes we've seen him play right back and he's not good. But today,
again, he weren't bad at right back. I didn't think he did badly at right back. And then when he came back into the midfield, you saw there was a little bit of improvement because he does provide a bit of creativity. And again, I think out of all the players, he's the one player that can come out with a little bit of pride. I didn't think he was too bad today. Again, he did all right in that position. 6.
6. Okay, let's go to our centre-back pairing, which you haven't actually had for a while due to some suspensions. But Saliba, start with Saliba.
Yeah, listen, again, was it his fault on the goal? Didn't do too bad.
It's hard, isn't it? Because they didn't have a bad game, but no one played well.
Really,
so it's
they weren't really tested, were they? I mean, 6.
Yeah.
For Saliba.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try to make sense of it as well. Let's go to Gabriel Magalhães.
Yeah, I'll probably give him a 5 because the ball has come over his head. But then again, that's a bit unfair because it's an unbelievable ball by Gordon. Now I have to say, I saw it back. And I was like, what can you, as a defender, it's really, all right, you can argue, get a little tight. When the ball's as good as that, the delivery,
at the pace,
it's very hard to defend, you know what I mean? So I'll give him a 5.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong in that. Let's go to left back. Jurrien Timber.
Not as good as game as we've seen recently, but again,
it's his worst game today.
Not shocking, but probably I'd say below par. So if below par, it's got to be a 4.
Yeah. Very consistent, very fair. Let's go into the midfield. Let's start with Declan Rice today, Robbie.
Yeah, he didn't have a good game today, and he should have scored as well. That chance, remember near the end, that was him, wasn't it? Well, where?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought he should have scored that, and I thought, it was not a good day today. You know, normally we see him dominate the midfield. He didn't today. He wasn't really at the races today. 4 for him as well.
4 for him as well. Mikel Merino.
And same with him. Yeah. He wasn't at the races either. I mean, a bit non-existent if I'm being honest. Played well against Liverpool, but today it's a 4.
Trossard, Robbie.
Same for him. Not at the races, no creativity, giving the ball away. Just nothing really today. Absolutely nothing from him. 4.
You've given the whole midfield that sort of rating. Is that?
They're lucky to get that. They're lucky to get that because they lost every battle in there. Every single battle they lost in there. They're lucky. It's just because there weren't, much coming the other way. It was kind of backs to the wall by Newcastle, but they didn't create nothing.
Didn't show either. Didn't show want to get on the ball as much.
Not brave enough on the ball. Not not trying something different. Just the same old standard, bopping it around.
Okay, let's go to our right winger Bukayo Saka today, Robbie.
It's a quiet day for him as well, but he was the only one who provided a couple of minutes of quality. That ball in for Declan Rice was brilliant. There's a guy said earlier, there was one time in the first half he put a brilliant ball into the box. Nobody's there to try and get on the end of it. So I'll give him a 5, but it was even a quiet game for him.
Gabriel Martinelli, Robbie.
He was really poor today as well. You know what I mean? Getting a little worried about him because he's not creating enough. You know what I mean? Again, he's got the pace and everything, but they're just showing him down the line. And then he's not really got no end product at the moment. You know what I mean? A couple of games ago, he sort of got himself back on track this season, but the last couple he's been poor. Last week against Liverpool, that was his poor touch. They come down the other end and score. And today, again, I didn't think he was good. 4.
It's interesting because a lot of fans a few seasons ago, when he got to 16 in the league, people were like, yes, that's the Martinelli we need. Some people were saying he's one of the best finishers at the club, him and Trossard. So to see where he's at now, we need more from him.
Yeah. And I think if if it weren't for his defensive qualities, because he's brilliant at getting back defensively, I don't think he'd be starting right now. I think possibly Sterling could be, or Jesus in ahead of him. He's really got to start getting a bit more end product to his game.
Yeah. Our striker, well. I said that one was laugh.
I didn't even know. Was he playing as a striker today? He didn't seem to be in those striker positions.
I have seen it before, but it just didn't work. It was really obvious. I have to
say though that it's very easy to have a go at him, but when there's no service, what balls was played up to him? What crosses were played in? Nothing.
That's a good point.
But it was non-existent today, so it's got to be a 4 as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. People are going to say, where were you?
The service was shocking
there was
to him
no
today.
Service.
There's one time in, I think it was a simple ball just a playing through and it was over here.
Oh yeah.
We were doing that all day long today. It was really bad. So much poor quality from Arsenal today.
Let's go to the substitutions. I want to start.
Is that the 11 already?
That's the 11. Done. We ran through that.
That's about how good they were.
Yeah.
That we run through them so quick because there's nothing to talk about any of them. It was just a nothing game for all of them.
That's
shocking.
Literally. Let's run through the subs. I want to start and get this one out of the way early because I don't think it's fair to really overly criticise a young player straight away. Nwaneri.
He tried when he come on. You know, out of all the subs, he tried. Like, listen, they all tried, but he had he didn't really have an impact, to be honest. But he's trying. You can see he's trying. But by that time, you know, they had that midfield locked down. They clamped it out, and he wasn't really able to create a lot. So this would be a 4 for him as well.
I think you're right to say it's a want of trying because he came on, he got clamped in that first touch. He tried to spin and go forward, and he got clamped, but got the foul. But like you said, he wanted to get the ball forward. Let's go Zinchenko.
Yeah, again he tried, but it didn't. I thought he slowed it down when he came on as well. I was thinking, bro, Zinchenko, we're not winning. You know, he needs to speed this up a bit more. You know what I mean? You know, he's trying to sort of give that extra man in because by that time, you know, Newcastle weren't even trying to score. They're just like sitting in.
He passed the ball back. It led to in a corner. He tried to switch it to Saka. Went over his head. Like he lost the ball a lot.
He lost the ball continually.
Like
Poor as well.
Okay, let's go.
Zero impact when he come on.
Yeah, let's go to Jorginho.
At least he was trying to pass the ball forward when he came on. That's the only thing I could say for him. But he's still a 4. He didn't give no. He had, to be fair to him, he's going to get a 4, but it's less harshness on him because by the time he come on, there's like a couple of minutes, 5 minutes left or something.
Yeah. Gabriel Jesus
did nothing when he came on. Absolutely nothing. Didn't run past a player. Didn't dribble past a player. Did absolutely nothing. Since I'm giving everybody else mainly a 4, it's probably a 4. Some of these guys have got 4. Maybe they should have been 3s.
You're giving it. I was going to say, I'll be honest. You're going.
They're lucky to even get that, but because I gave most others a 4, you'll get a 4 as well.
For what
a below par performance by literally the whole team.
For what this game meant, especially when you're going for the league, I think you're being generous.
It's hard to say. You know what? I'm giving them 4 because I'm like below par, not shocking, like not horrendous, but just not enough. If you get my meaning, that's why they're 4s because you weren't terrible, but you didn't do enough. It was just everything was just safe.
Yeah. I had a little look there because I know Lee was frustrated at this, so you're giving him a 4. But Ben White coming off the bench and
listen, I heard what Lee said. We were told before the game he's carrying over injury and stuff like that, so that's why. So I know Lee said, well, why not start him? Well, no, it actually works the other way, Lee, because what happens sometimes in these things is you don't really want to play the player.
Then he gets exposed because of his injury. And then,
but it's kind of like you don't want to play the player because in an ideal situation, if Arsenal are doing well and playing well and winning, you don't have to bring him on and you can save him for Inter because we've got Chelsea. So that's why he didn't come on. I think that was a bit of a cheap shot there by Lee. And when he came on, he didn't really have any time to do anything. He didn't do anything wrong, but it's a 4.
Yeah, fair. Thank you for those ratings. And I think they were good ratings. Let's go to the referee, Robbie.
For the referee today, listen, he allowed a lot. He allowed them to get away with a lot, but to be honest, he was fairly consistent. I wouldn't say he was an awful referee. I just thought, listen, when you come away to places like this, they're going to get a bit more decisions. That's just how it works.
It's football,
It's a hostile place. Their fans are right, but referees are naturally always going to give teams like this a little bit more than if his game was at the Emirates or something like that. So I don't think he was that bad, the referee. I'll probably give him a 7 or 6 or 7, something like that.
Yeah, 6. I think it's fair. And I think you're right there.
Listen, there was nothing of controversial that I'm going to look at and say this referee was. As referees goes this season, I thought he refereed the game well.
Did Joe Linton get booked? That's one thing. Did he get booked?
Yeah,
he must,
he got away with murder today.
That's one thing I have to say.
He got away with murder. But listen, I think he was trying to keep his cards in the pocket for both sides. So, and they got away with a bit more, but that ain't why we lost, man.
No, that's not
that. Nothing to do with it.
No way. I need to check if he did get the yellow card because he should have.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. That's scandalous. But let me go to Mikel Arteta then, because you said it wasn't the reason why we lost was the ref, but would you put it down to the manager?
He's got to take responsibility as well. I mean, it was we started well, which was great, but then after that there was a lack of creativity. Was that the tactics? Was that the manager saying to them, right, just continue playing in this way? If so, he's a 4 out of 10 as well. He was overall not good enough from the manager and the team.
Interesting. 4. I think you're being generous there, but that's fine. 4 for Mikel Arteta.
Below par.
Yeah. The fans.
Yeah, listen, we've come a long way. We've had nothing to shout about today. It's been a really, really bad performance. I can't blame fans today. They were trying their best to get behind the team, but there weren't a lot to get behind. Well, a lot to get behind. I'll give us a 7. It's a long way to come, but there was nothing really to get behind, and it was just a really, really, really poor performance by Arsenal. I hope we don't see many more of these. This ain't great.
I want to say
we keep playing like this. Forget about the league.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth.
Amen.
You cannot play like this on a regular basis. They got to start stepping it up now.
I want to say something before we end. Obviously, 12:30 kickoff today here in Newcastle.
No excuses. You come in with that as an excuse?
No, I'm not doing that. When the game finished, and this frustrated me. Listen, not every fans are lucky enough to come to games and whatnot, but to come up for a 12:30 kickoff, Robbie, stay here, see a performance like that, and see only 2 players come over. Declan Rice, I think it was Jurrien Timber. One other fan mentioned in the fan camp that probably might not get as many views, so fans may not hear from what he said. But that for me is atrocious. That's one.
No, you know what
they didn't come.
So what they
and
did,
maybe because we're so far away, but at least make the effort to come. And,
you know what they did, right? Some players came over and just sort of went like that and went straight down the tunnel. They didn't sort of like how they do at the end, all come together. So I wouldn't say they didn't acknowledge the fans. They did. There were players coming and they was just doing their individual thing, and then they went. They didn't come together. I think what they should have done was still come together. Because you are right. I mean, if the guys who come on the coach, they left at 3-4 in the morning.
Yeah.
To get here for this 12:30 kickoff. There's people like us who's come from the night before because it's so early. I mean, everybody who came yesterday, there was some guy I was chatting to last night at the club. He said it took him nearly 9 hours to get here.
Yeah.
So they're disappointed, the players, and I get it, but it's a long way to come for these fans, right? And it's a lot of commitment. So yes, you've lost. Nobody was going to have a go at them or boo them or nothing like that. Just come over together.
That's all I ask. That's all I'm asking.
And clap. But I wouldn't say they didn't come over, because they did. They were coming over as individuals. Okay. Clap, and gone straight down the tunnel. So next time, I think they just got to come all together.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you. I just wanted to make that clear. But thank you. Let us know if you agree with the ratings in the comments below, and we'll see you again.
We can't have many more of those, Cecil. Any more of those,
People are going to say you're mad just to say that now. There's going to be a lot of Arsenal fans saying, Robbie, stop, it's done, it's over.
Well, listen, we lost 2, remember around about Christmas last year when we lost those 2 games? Yeah. There's a lot of fans saying it was over then, right? And then we're still challenging at the end. So you can't say it's over yet, but it's damaging.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Robbie. We'll see you soon. Take care.